Yes, I've been itching for a draft. Here we go, gang. Hey, Ryan from Anabluff here. Cons of Tarkir draft. I really like the warrior thing. I don't know what else is in this pack I might want to go into. Free Weapon Master, fantastic, but I don't really need to bust a move on those guys too early. Some fixing, crippling chill. Haven't been too impressed with Monastery Swift Spear. Deflecting Bomb, definitely not excited for. Yeah, I'm gonna get Chief of the Scale and start rocking some Warriors if I can. I happen to love those colors in black-white. Love going either Abzan or possibly going a little bit with the, oh my gosh, brain farting on the clan name, Mardu. Assault Road Patrol is a filler in that, in the Warrior deck. We'll probably get this Krumor Bondkin back, which will be our backup plan. Not excited to go two colors right away, but you kind of move in on this archetype early if you want to try to make it happen. So let's see if we can't continue that. I don't think we can. Abominations kind of catching my eye as the best. This is a pretty weak pack. Might take the Mardu Warshrieker. I like it the most. Could take some fixing. Fixing seems to be getting higher and higher in value, at least in my experience. Defiant Strike could make a deck. Venerable Lamassu, not so great. Set Adrift is good. Though I like the just the bounce spell better than Set Adrift, even though this is a removal spell with Delve, which is pretty fun. And Blinding Spray, I've been gotten by before. I'm not too sure if it's worth playing a card. Certainly in Jeskai it's worth discussing, but I think Defiant Strike is better for that. Yeah, I'm happy to let the Abomination go by, take the Mardu Warshrieker. It just kind of goes with our first pick a little bit. But I think it's kind of tied with the Abomination as the best card in the pack. Skullkin, I've been seeing more play than I would ever anticipate, so just something to pay attention to. Wow, Ride Down's fantastic. It was the first thing that caught my eye. I like the fixing here with Scoured Barrens to go with Chief. I don't like kind of committing to Mardu this early. Could go ahead and grab a Bring Low. But I think Ride Down is just so powerful and is good enough. Winterflame's also pretty okay, but since I'm already in the Mardu colors, might as well pick up a Ride Down to stay on color. But they're probably about equal power level. I thought Winterflame wasn't that great, but it actually is fantastic. Yeah, I'm going to go with Ride Down. And then just pay attention. I like that Red's being passed with Bring Low and Trumpet Blast being around. Canyon Liquor is also very playable. I like that we have three very powerful spells to start off. So there's Narset. Not that I'm excited to jump into and move into black necessarily, but could work in Jeskai. Also, isn't she worth something? She's worth a couple tickets. I don't know. She's not exactly like the most amazing of the clan leaders, but still very good. The thing is, like, what am I taking instead of her? A Rush of Battle could end up working really well in the Warrior deck, but I'm not too sure that's happening yet. I don't like being so spread out. I could just take the Lurkers. We already saw one. It'll probably come back. Other than that, we're seeing a Grizzly Assault Road Patrol. I'm going to take Narset. We might end up going into Jeskai. Enoch Bondkind I love quite a bit. But white's kind of the least we've seen. Red being the most, but red's now starting to go away. Ifrit Weapon Master looks fantastic with Narset and with Morph. The Armament Core, super powerful. But I don't think I want to start moving into, Abzan. I gotta remember these clan names. Ooh, Treasure Cruise is pretty fun too, which we could kind of make work. I think I'm gonna take the Enoch Bondkin because it looks like we're going hopefully white one way or another. And we saw that earlier, Free Weapon Master and Might Table, and I'm just on board with taking single color spells. Yes, as a morph, this is a lot easier. Armament Core though is easily the best card here, and seeing this late does kind of make me think a little bit about Abzan. But we're not closing ourselves off to that quite yet. Alright, Rugged Highlands isn't where we need our fixing to be. Crippling Chill is really good, and I think we're going to start moving into a Jeskai build. Kind of try to go aggressive with Jeskai. It means the Chief isn't particularly being played, but this is late. Here's the Free Weapon Master. This is the third one we've seen. Mind you, we opened one, so it's not like it was passed. This is the second one being passed. I want to be picking these up, but I think Crippling Chill makes a lot more sense in this kind of deck. Could even start playing Quiet Contemplation if we get into that realm. But I think Crippling Chill is the first kind of solid signal that we've seen. Here I like the Alabaster Kin, super solid in our colors. If I'm looking to go just Sky. Sage Eye Harrier would make it as just a very filler morph card, but I don't really need to prioritize that. Snowhorn Rider, we're not really doing the green thing anymore. Trumpet Blast, not excited for it, but could definitely make a Just Sky build. Ooh, another War Shrieker, that's pretty fantastic. Weave Fate's also good, especially in Just Sky with Prowess, but technically we're not actually doing the Prowess thing as of yet. We're just in those colors. So we'll see if we end up getting more strong things happening with Prowess. Blinding Spray, Swift Kick, Weave Fate. Okay, so we didn't get our Just Sky common flipped, the Free Weapon Master. Do I want a Swift Kick or a Weave Fate? Swift Kick I'm only considering over Weave Fate. Maybe I take the Active Treason for Just Sky. I'm considering the red cards over the better blue card because blue's the easiest thing for us to ditch right now. I'm not too sure what's right, but I just think I like Active Treason. We might end up getting a pretty aggressive deck. It might work out. Here I'll take a Blinding Spray. I mentioned earlier it might work in a dedicated Just Sky deck. I'm not excited for it, but there's really no enchantments that are super crazy to deal with, and we can probably get an Erase if we need that for the sideboard. Same with Shatter. And I'm not a Banner fan, so... Ooh, seeing Bellstrike, that's super late, and I'm happy to grab. It does seem like blue might be a little bit more open. This guy's insane. Kenny Murtha, again, would be fine to take it. It's a good filler card, but not over the Seeing Bellstrike. Bloodfire Mentor, I'll be happy to solidify our ground defense. Now I'll take a Banner that I'm not looking to play. Alright, so Warriors did not happen, which is fine. Chief of the Scale, goodbye. Kind of bummed that those Efreet Weapon Masters didn't come back around. I thought one might, like that first one we opened, which means someone else grabbed it. Alright, Tranquil Cove might be the pick over Crippling Chill or Bring Low. I'm not too sure yet how this fixing's working out. Brave the Sands. No, that's... No, don't care about that. Maybe in the Abzan deck that could be played. I'm not too excited. I think I take Crippling Chill here. I think over Bring Low. It means we're really spraying off against 3 colors, and if that's the case, I want Tranquil Cove, but it might come back. No, you know what? I love mana. I'm just going to take it. I mean, I'm pretty much committing myself to going Just Sky, but I think we have some pretty powerful cards, and if we can just get a solid 3-color deck going, then I'm happy. One of these two will probably come right back around. Sultai Ascendancy is really strong, but we've moved away from that. Let's go ahead and take our fixing here. Ooh, Suspension Field, Slam Dunk. We're in Just Sky, and we have no prowess. It's kind of funny. I forgot what she even does. Until end of turn, you may cast non-control. So you look at the top 4, and then you get to cast them and just play them, get them for free. That's pretty cool. Happy for this Suspension Field. Trail of Mystery, I think, is really underwhelming, especially because Secret Plans is so much better. Another Abomination. Ouch. Nothing's really tailing that I care about. Pay attention to Trumpet Blast. Scaldkin will make the cut. Sage Eye Harrier will make the cut. We'll probably just get a filler back. Ooh, Chief of the Edge. So good. Watch of the Roost looks good. Leaping Master is good. Tranquil Cove, though, again. These are good cards. It sucks to see this Chief, but I think the person to my right was rocking the Warrior Plan, so they get to hang on to that. I'm not going to move back into black for it. I think I do just take the Tranquil Cove. I'm trying something out where I'm prioritizing the fixing more just to make sure I can play spells on color. And I think we'll get a Flock, Master, or the Watcher back. It's getting a little dicey. We're getting into a couple picks here, but I think that's fine. Picking up a Suspension Field and 2 ways to fix our mana, I'm pleased with that. And I'd be happy with any of these guys rocking back in action. Still interesting that I don't have any of like the classic prowess dudes yet. Here, Warname Aspirant is catching my eye. I don't like Stubborn Denial at all. Force Away, though, is also good. We're at 6 creatures. We're not Mardu, so it's not like this guy's like particularly fantastic. Don't want the Valley Dasher. Hateblade can make it. Salt Road Patrol could fill our 4s if we needed to, but we have better 4s. We do have 2 War Shriekers, which means I do want to be paying attention to early drops. Right now, I only have an Anok Bondkin and a Bloodfire Mentor, so that does matter. And we're probably not going to have Force Away being insane, because we're not going to have that many 4-power toughness dudes. But I think if we get the Crippling Chill, Force Away deck going, we're going to end up having the tempo. We might want to get these Lurkers online. I'm going to give it a try. Jeskai Elder seems great. Seeing Bellstrike I would love, but I think I need more 2-drops, and this is actually a really good Prowess version. Jeskai Student and Skullkin would make the deck at this point if they were one of the last cards in the pack. But here I just need better creatures, and Jeskai Elder is actually a pretty good Prowess version, so we'll grab that 2-drop there. Ooh, Marduk Charm pretty late. Looks like Glacial Stalker's the way to rock it here. I don't want the banner again, especially we're picking up. I'm gonna be picking up any of the lands in our colors pretty highly, and I don't want to be playing a banner, even though it does trigger prowess. I only have 1 prowess, dude. This morph will be good. It goes with our Marduk War Shriekers. I don't like Tormenting Voice at all in this format as of yet. I haven't seen it be anything that I care about, and this is the deck that wants it. Is in it, you get some value in Jeskai for just casting spells and getting card selection. But for now, let's take a decent dude. Hello, Bloodfell Caves. It's a good card that I'm not playing. Happy to get the Leaping Master here. I want more 2-drops. This guy is very versatile. I'm not going to be able to activate Mardu Hateblade, so I don't care about it. And I already have an active Treason, so here we go. Ooh, Master the Way seems pretty good here. Again, I already have an active Treason. I don't have enough prowess to really make Defiant Strike good. Right now we're just playing like good stuff Jeskai, not really synergistic. So it's not where I want to be. We could end up getting there. I'm not too sure. But this is still just a fine card. It cycles, it deals some damage, and it does trigger prowess if we magically end up getting more prowess triggers. Do I want a random 2-drop? We're looking to have a pretty funky mana base here, but I've committed again to just going the base 3 colors and hopefully grabbing some more fixing in pack 3. I don't like Brave the Sands, Erase the... I guess we'll take the Wetland. I think I'd rather have another 2-drop than a sideboard card since we are a little low on creatures. It's just not what I'm really stoked for. Okay, now here's a decision. Skullkin or Sage-Eye Harrier? Sage-Eye Harrier works really nice with the War Shriekers, and Morph is always nice. We don't have that many Morph dudes. Normally, though, you tend to get plenty of Morphs. Skullkin, though, at 4 and with a little bit of extra value, has kind of been impressing me. I think I want the versatility, though, of the Harrier, since I already have some good 4-drops. Alright, here we'll take the Erase over the Shatter, even though they're both just kind of the same level. Ooh, I'm actually happy with the Canyon Lurkers. Jeskai Banner now we do have, if stuff goes to hell and we really did not get the fixing we were looking for. Our non-creature spells are pretty powerful. Loving the Suspension Field, Force Away, Singing Bellstrike, Crippling Chill, Ride Down. Those are all really strong. Not excited for this Briny Blade. It's not being played right now based on we have so little prowess triggers. Really happy to open the Flying Crane technique, which is basically a finish-off spell. And it's in our colors. High Spire Mantis would be great to have, but not over the Flying Crane technique. We might get the War Shrieker or the Horde Chief back. They're in Mardu. They're not doing what our deck really wants, but such is the life. Might see this Force Away. Not too sure. But yeah, slamming the Flying Crane technique. Despite the fact that High Spire Mantis is good, this guy just steals you games. A little hard to cast. But the whole point is to just, like, finish off. We get a High Sentinels of Arishan, which is great. I saw Aerostorm at first, which would be really good in our deck. But this card, like, even though I'm not, like, an Abzan deck, this card's just insane by itself. Super value, super efficient. Happy to slam it here. And I doubt any of these other guys will come back. Wouldn't mind a Riverwheel Aerialists. This might be a Quiet Contemplation deck, though I don't think we're really aggressive enough for it. Seeing Bellstrike for more removal. Warbeam. Something's going to table in this pack that's going to be played. I'm just going to take the best one, though, right now. Ooh, Falconer looks good. Armament Core, Jeskai Student, Aerostorm, Swiftwater Cliffs. I think we're taking the Cliffs here. I mean, this is like one of the best uncommons ever. I already mentioned to you that I'm really worried about my mana base here, because we're just spread out everywhere. So I'm just slamming any fixing that I get, because what's the point of taking the Falconer if my mana base is going to be so horrible that I can't even cast it when I want to on turn 3. That could be controversial, but I think that's the right way to go, especially since I only have these two right now. So I'll rock it there. I'm not looking I'm not expecting anything back because the only two cards I want are Aerostorm and Falconer, and those are just so strong. There's no way they're tabling, so bummer. But we're going with the fixing in this pick. I mean, technically we have playables. We're at 21. We can throw in a Blinding Splay for 22. I'm sure we'll get something better than that soon. Take another Tranquil Cove. Do I need to get a Bring Low online? I don't think so. Mordu Horse Chief is a fine 3-drop. Where are we at? We're at 13 creature suspension, Force Away, just got Older, Signal Strike, Sandbar, Leaping Master, Ride Down. We're so not aggressive. I don't think Active Treason is particularly fantastic. We basically have a bunch of dirty creatures and then like some decent finishers. Still, these are not the overpowered spells. Like, if I'm taking the Swiftwater Cliffs over the cards that I took last time, I'm also taking this Tranquil Cove. For sure. Take another Harrier here. I forget what Howl the Horde even does. I just remember it's not playable. When you cast your next or story spell during combat spell, you may choose it. Yeah, it's just too expensive to do anything fantastic. It costs 3 to copy stuff. Yeah, turn 5 you might be able to get like double action, but it just seems horrible. Nothing else really matters here. I guess we'll just have another playable. We'll get a Sage Eye Harrier. I'm not excited for that though. Could do what we want in terms of if we're starting to get kind of like a grindy deck build instead of an aggressive build. This guy, you know, puts some pressure down on turn 3 as a morph, flips up, and kind of blocks things for days when needed. It's okay. Not excited. Dragon Grip's really good. Ooh, Kill Shot's really good, though. Creatures are dirty, but we have enough of them. Ferocious is going to be triggered in our deck that often. I think I have Stalker, and that's it. Canyon Lickers, I guess. These guys will probably be 4. So I have 3 cards in my deck that make it Ferocious, but I don't think it's better than a Kill Shot. Let's take the good removal spell. Huh. Alright, so what's my deck doing? Do I want a Dazzling Ramparts? We got a lot to do in the 5 slot. Singing Bellstrike I do like, but we can't really maximize its potency. Our prowess is non-existent in a Jeskai deck, which is a signal of not coolness, by the way. I'm not missing the fact that that sucks. Tracker I don't care about, Embodiment Spray I don't care about in this deck. So what am I actually playing here? I don't think we're going to be playing the Active Treason. We might not even play the Force Away. I think I'll just take another Singing Bellstrike, because it's going to be a removal similar to the way that 5-drop would be, and we just have plenty of things to do in 5 into our actual spells, our late game, and our morphs. There's almost always things to do there. Nothing here is going to be played. Defiant Strike you would think would be played, but again, all I have is my Jeskai Elder for prowess and plenty of ways to trigger prowess anyway. Water Whirl, I'm not sold on its mana cost for what it does. And I think I just like Canyon Lickers as, I don't know, maybe we do get a little bit on the aggro side, or at least put some pressure on my opponent. Ooh, Warshaker came back. I really like it, but do I want a third one? I don't really have great ways to abuse it. It's the only pick for us. I'm not going to cut up a relation or a right or smoke till or anything. It's still a really good card. Behemoth I actually like on the table. It's a pretty decent morph card. I don't know which cards are making the deck quite yet. We'll have to see how the build actually turns out, but that's fine. We'll take an on-color something. No, it's never being played. I want the Foil Plains, because that will be played. Hee hee. That's a good card. Another Erase for the sideboard. And a Lens of Clarity. Alright. I'm not excited for this deck. Mainly because we didn't get the creatures that interact favorably with all of our powerful spells. But our non-creature spells are really good. So if we just get some Dorks down and then get to use our 9 other spells, then I think life will be good. The main decisions will be how do we want our creature curve to look, and how is our mana base going to be. So I'll pause for a second while I clean up the board, and then we'll have a discussion about that. Okay, so busted a move on all this fun stuff. We have our fixing over here, all of the non-even considered playables, some sideboard stuff, banners if we want more fixing. I think we're going to be good with what we got in the erases, not ever planning on actually sideboarding, but there's a powerful enchantment, you never know. Blinding Spray, this is not the deck for it. If I had more prowess, I could consider it, but we've got plenty of great non-creature spells happening. Active Treason, I don't think I have enough of an aggressive build to really make it fantastic. If my opponent has some other big bombs, or I'm seeing this deck play out differently than I anticipate, then maybe we'll side it in. But you'll notice that I have Force Away and these two Morph dudes pulled. Force Away, same reasoning as Active Treason. I don't think we have enough of an aggressive build to play a tempo deck. Even though if you look at the curve like this, and all of our little Morph dudes, it's cool, but I just don't, my intuition is that this isn't going to be a very mainstream pressure attack deck doing like a bunch of damage. Like I need those, the 3-drop flying prowess, flyers to really make that kind of deck work. I forget what the card's called. Sorry, it's 2 and a blue, 2/1 flyer with prowess. Instead, we're actually looking to stay alive long, and then get some of our flyers online, and then maybe win with like a flying crane technique or something. So there's actually going to be a little bit more of a mid-rangey deck. So that's why Force Away is gone. And I pulled out one Sage Harrier and one Canyon Lurkers, more just for versatility, because I kept one of each in. It could be better to have both of the Harriers, because we do want to kind of like be able to get through with evasion, and be able to, it just does better at blocking. But I like that the 4-cost morphs are there, and that's kind of fun. And they both are in the 5 drops. Actually, yeah, I think I just convinced myself. I think the Harrier, if what I really anticipate this deck doing is just kind of like dirtling around for a while, and then busting a move in the air, or like with a flying crane technique, getting some, just trying to kind of like mid-range out and do a little bit more control, to be honest. Then I think I want the Sage Eye Hairs over the Canyon Lurkers. I could try to mainstream it a little bit quicker, but again, I don't think this is the deck for it. So we'll do that. The only thing left is trying to decide what to cut. I actually like, again, all of my non-creature spells. Even though we're not super tempo, Crippling Chill just really is nice. It can even help with like just a big bomb to buy time, or just to get through a nice strong hit. Singing Bell Strikes, Ride Down, Suspension Field, all good get out of the way cards. Ride Down you have to be attacking, and we'll have creatures to attack with, so I think it's easy enough to find ways to make that work. And these guys are pretty insane. I think we just got the Sandbar, to be honest. I really think it's important to play 18 lands in this format, especially when you're spread so much 3 colors, despite our fixing. And I don't think this guy's doing a bunch. We don't need tons of 2-drops in this format. If I feel like I'm playing against a really aggressive deck, then we'll bring the Sandbar in pretty handily. Might even cut a Warstreaker. The Morning Warstreaker is not great in this deck. We have a couple of morphs and a couple things that it can cast off of it, but it's not like it's fantastic. So yeah, that's our base 22. Let's go ahead and bring in some lands. Add some more basics. What is being suggested here? If we do 5 planes, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 white, which is plenty. We could probably go down to 8. 4 islands, 4, 5, 6, and that's 9 islands. That's also great. And then 4, that's only 5 mountains, which I don't think is great. So I think we need less blue. That gives us 6, and now we're down to 8 blue. And we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue cards plus a morph blue. And then we're pretty high on planes, right? So if we do something like this, how does that look? That's 7 mountains. I start feeling a little bit better about all that. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8 again. And yeah, I think that'll work just fine. Thanks to our morphs. I think an 8-8 split is going to be pretty good. So let's just double check the count. 4, 5, 6, 7, foil 8. 3, 4, 5, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, that was 7 because we don't have that much blue. So 7, and then 6, 7 also. Yeah, still going to be a little bit strained here, but I'm sure it'll be fine. At least that's the best I think we can do. I don't think I want to bring in a banner over that, so that's what we'll add to the deck with our 18 lands. And hope that it doesn't screw us over too much. Woohoo! Yeah, round 1 coming up.